Hello again, welcome back to the channel. Regardless of which lane you play, minions are your ever-present companions. They provide gold, help you push towers, and even act as your shield, covering you with firepower. Knowing how to utilize and control them effectively sets the foundation for victory right from the start. Today, we'll discuss essential minion control techniques to give you the upper hand. But first, let's kick off with a quick quiz. If you eliminate one of your opponent's tank minions, how many of your minions will survive? Answer 3. First of all, understanding minion types. 1. Two types of minions. Tank minions, durable, absorb damage but deal little. AD minions, fragile but deal high damage from the backline. What you need to know about minions in Onmyuji Arena. 1. They don't listen, ever. No matter how loudly you shout at them through your screen, they won't obey. They march forward, unwavering in their mission, completely ignoring your pleas for strategy or retreat. 2. They're simple-minded warriors. These knuckleheads know only one thing: charge forward. There's no retreat, no hesitation, just relentless marching toward the enemy until they're wiped out. 3. They're unflinchingly loyal. If an enemy attacks you within their range, your minions will instantly switch targets to protect you. They may not be smart, but their loyalty is absolute. They'll hit back with everything they've got to cover your escape or turn the fight in your favor. Number 4. They're perfectly mirrored opponents. Both your minions and your enemy's minions clock in at the same time, head out together, and reach the battlefield simultaneously. The wave patterns are perfectly balanced, ensuring that any advantage gained comes purely from your skill and strategy. Controlling the warfront line. Method 1. Selective targeting. Killing tank minions only. This brings the combat line toward the enemy tower since your opponent's wave lacks a durable front line to absorb damage. Killing AD minions only. This reduces the enemy wave's damage output and brings the combat toward the enemy tower too, but more slowly. With tank minions still alive, they act as a shield wall, stalling the enemy wave, that buying you time and giving you safer opportunities to poke or disengage. Method 2. Manipulating aggro and baiting. 1. Minions will switch targets if you or your opponent take aggressive action while in their range. 2. Use this to your advantage. If you attack your opponent and then retreat quickly, the enemy minions will chase you. This aggro baiting can lure minions into dangerous territory, closer to your side, where your opponent may hesitate to follow. This technique makes it easier to set up for subsequent tower dives, ganks, or zoning plays, as your opponent risks isolation or exposure if they chase too far. Method 3. Wave stacking, creating a wave of pressure. Minion waves come in intervals, but if you prevent your opponent from clearing your first wave, subsequent waves will accumulate into a larger force. The goal here is to whittle down the enemy's HP while keeping yours intact. Sustain your wave and chip away at your opponent's health. Be patient. Allow the minions to battle it out, creating a wave freeze near the enemy tower. Once the waves pile up, your opponent will either be forced to recall, lose farm, or take significant risks by staying. When executed correctly, this strategy freezes the wave just outside your tower range, giving you full control of the lane. If you choose to dive, quickly clear the enemy minions. Alternatively, you can roam while your opponent has a huge wave to slowly clear. It is often a bad strategy to allow him to clear in peace. You must choose between which is better: stop him from farming the huge wave in peace, or gank and stop other lanes from farming in peace. The more minions you have with you, the longer they'll be able to tank tower shots while you poke your opponent and eventually dive. If successful, your opponent will miss out on both gold and experience, giving you a significant lead. Method 4. Timely clearing your own wave via opponent's tower. 1. Towers obliterate minions quickly. After forcing your opponent to recall, you can quickly push in your minions, using their tower to intentionally thin out your minion wave. Bub 2. This allows the enemy minions to push the wave closer to your tower, setting up a freeze near your side. 3. Timing is crucial. You need to pay attention to the next minion waves from both sides and make adjustments accordingly. Method 5. Advanced, taunting minions with long-range shiki. This technique works best with long-range shiki. By continuously poking your opponent at intervals, you can confuse the enemy minions and force them to switch targets repeatedly. This disrupts the enemy minions' attacks, slowing their progress and making it difficult for your opponent to maintain control of the wave. This strategy is particularly effective against opponents who prefer roaming or have poor health regeneration, as it keeps them trapped in the lane longer than they'd like. P.S. This is also why Vampira was called King of Lanes. Conclusion. Mastering minion control is an essential skill that can set you apart in Onmyuji Arena. Whether you're freezing the lane to deny farm, stacking waves to pressure towers, or baiting minions to manipulate positioning, these techniques will give you a strategic edge in every match. Start practicing these methods today, and you'll soon find yourself gaining control over the battlefield, one wave at a time. Thanks for joining me in this exploration of Onmyuji Arena's minion mechanics. There's so much more to uncover about mastering the game, and to dive deep part 2. If you found these tips helpful and want to level up your gameplay even further, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss out. Your support means everything, and together we can keep the passion for Onmyuji Arena alive. See you in the next video.